Alright, good morning. So I just got done with my CFT and I got a first class, so I'm good in that department. But that is not why I came on here today. Today, right now, I wanted to talk to you about something. I was scrolling on my Facebook feed and I saw it, thanks Jill, that article about those primary caregivers, how they're freaking exhausted. Yeah, we are. And I just definitely wanted to say that it's one of those things where when you're going through it, you just feel like you're alone in that, but then you realize and you look around and you hear people talk and you really listen and you realize that you're not alone. Especially in the military, we've got a pretty high rate of single parenthood or just, you know, being the primary caregiver or parent because, you know, your spouse is deployed or whatever the case may be. My point in this is that whatever you're going through, whatever dynamic, you could be married and in a great relationship or whatever, but there's conflict when it comes to the kids, or maybe you are going through a divorce or custody battle or whatever. If you are on the other side of the spectrum where you're not actually, you know, like integrated into the child's day-to-day basis, you know, getting them ready for school, taking them to and from school, being able to take them to doctor's appointments, you know, just dealing with the actual, like, the horror stories of parenthood. If you're not dealing with those and you're just coming and you just play and then you leave and then that's it, not harping on that, that's great. Definitely spend time with your kids. But what I am gonna say is don't tear down the parent that is primary or grandma or whoever it is, the primary caregiver, whoever's taking care of your kids on a daily basis, making these decisions. They're in that position for a reason, and it's not saying that you can't make those decisions, but they are in that position. So don't tear them down, because what you're doing is really going to indirectly or directly affect the child, and that's not the person per se. Yes, we are our own being, and then we emotionally regulate and all that other good stuff, but at the end of the day, we're fucking human, and there's going to be times where we are just really, we're running on fumes, and sometimes we're just on empty, like our truck is dead. All right. The last thing that individual needs is for you to be saying something on this end that they don't amount to anything, that they suck, that they're ugly, that they don't know why they even had kids with you, or like just tearing you down and criticizing you and like scrutinizing your every move, you know. At the end of the day, you really need to take a step back and think about what's most important. And the most important thing is not tearing down that other parent. It's to look at your child and be honest. Is your child doing well in school? Do you know anything about what's going on with your child in school? Because if you could talk to the teachers and attend parent-teacher conferences or whatever, and they're like, you know what, your child is so smart, they help, they do all these things, you know, like, boom, point right there. If they are, you know, you call their doctors up and their doctors say, you know what, your child's healthy, your child is, you know, doing amazing and shots are up to date and all that good stuff, boom, point. If you have, you know, whatever, there's so many different things that you could do, your checks and balances, because at the end of the day, if your child is meeting all these wickets and they are thriving, if they are thriving, give credit where credit is due, because whatever that parent is doing, whether they are physically doing it themselves or they made a parental decision to have the children be cared for with somebody else that they found, they sought out to be able to take care of the child, like during working hours or whatever it is, that parent either did it themselves or they were the ones responsible for that parental decision to put the child where the child needed to be in order to thrive in the way that the child is thriving. So if that is happening, don't sit there and tear down the other parent. Don't sit there and scrutinize. Don't sit there and suck the energy out of the person that is truly, honestly putting your child before them. They are putting the child before themselves, no matter what you want to think. They are. Who else is doing it? Who else is making this child stay on track? And I really want to push that out there, because first of all, just human to human, let's not tear each other down. But especially when a child is involved and this individual is seriously exhausted, it is your job as the non-primary individual who shared in making this child to do whatever it is that you can do to help that other parent, because it is a team effort. Not saying that they might not make things difficult too, but I'm just talking about this individual, niche. You guys are a team. So if you're tearing them down, you're breaking the team down, and you're gonna lose. The team is gonna lose. You both are gonna lose, and the child loses in the end. And that is the point I want to make. So if there's credit to be given, give credit where credit is due. Stop tearing each other down. Other than that, hope you have a great week. Happy Halloween. And maybe I'll do one of these things another time. All right, bye.